Hey guys, it's yours truly, Musicalist here, and guess who I'm back with?
Hey, hello. Hello. It's me, Dwight of Smart Rifle Studios.
Yep, I'm back once again with Dwight, and welcome back to another episode of Pawprints, Preschool, and Pals. Of course, this is 2 weeks late, but Happy New Year, everybody!
Happy New Year! Happy 2024!
Yes, I'm very excited for this year. Yeah, so much has already happened this year that I'm very hyped. But I will say that 2024 is going to be a big year for the podcast in general. We got so much planned.
Mm-hmm.
But before we get into future podcast plans, I want to let you guys know that this episode is technically episode 5 in the podcast, even though I have it labeled as episode 4. I was going to get a holiday episode out, but I had some technical difficulties coming up with some stuff, and I figured that it would also be a little late to do the holiday episode anyway, so I'm holding on to the holiday episode until this upcoming holiday. It's still all ready to go and pre-recorded, but I just figured that it would be ready for this holiday season instead of, early. So just a small heads up about that one. Technically this is episode 5, even though it is labeled as episode 4 for the podcast. It's just for sake of continuity. But yeah, other than that, today's episode of the podcast is going to be mostly normal. We're obviously going to start off with news clues, talking about any news that we've heard so far for the year of 2024. Then we're going to go into grab bag, talking about something random, of course. And then finally, last but not least, we're going to talk about some of our future plans for the podcast, including the rest of our upcoming seasonal episodes for the rest of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And last but not least, Dwight is going to drop one more hint, because our next episode will be a long-awaited teaser episode for what's to come in season 2 of the podcast.
And it's hitting on a brand new how do I put this? I mean, well, technically it's kind of a series, but kind of not not like a real series, but I mean, like, how do I put this? Should I say series, dude, or?
Yeah, I think that would work for this.
Okay. Yeah, it's a brand new series that I have made that hint, kind of takes the blue part of Blue's Clues in a whole new direction.
Indeed. But first things first, let's talk about news clues. So, Dwight, have you heard any big news in terms of movies or anything coming out?
Well, I know that the Garfield movie has been posting on TikTok.
Oh yes, I've been hearing about that too. That Garfield movie looks very interesting, to say the least. Of course, in case you guys were wondering, yes, Nickelodeon Nickelodeon has confirmed that, thanks to Nick Alive especially, that Blue's Clues and You season 4 and season 5 will air this year. They've already aired the last 4 episodes in the UK, as far as I'm aware. So we're just waiting for them to come over here to the States, which hopefully will be soon. I'm very excited for that, of course. Hey guys, sorry about that. Dwight got pulled away for a second, so we're back. Anyways, so yeah, like I was saying, Blue's Clues and You season 4 and season 5 should finish/start airing sometime this year. I don't know exactly when, but it's on Nick's plans. Speaking of stuff from Paramount, I did see a trailer for a brand new Paramount film.
What is it?
Huh? Yeah. How'd you know, dude?
There's been a lot of talk about that film. Frankly, I don't see the appeal.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, that one's a very interesting one, I will say the least. I'm very excited to see where that one goes, really. But other than that, I think it's been pretty quiet for the first half of the year. There's not that much news dropping for big releases right now. Which makes...
Well, there has been the Inside Out 2 trailer.
Yes. Oh, yeah, I nearly forgot about that. There was the Inside Out 2 trailer.
I have watched that on repeat.
Can't exactly blame you.
It's a teaser trailer.
Yes, I can't exactly blame you. Inside Out is actually one of my favorite Disney movies, so I'm very interested to see how they do with the sequel.
You mean it's your favorite Pixar movie? It is Disney, but it's mostly Pixar. Disney just distributes the Pixar movies.
Oh, right. I tend to keep forgetting that. Yes, make that my favorite Pixar, one of my favorite Pixar films.
You could say favorite Disney film, but I usually refer to those like Inside Out, Toy Story, all that stuff. I refer to them as Pixar films, not really Disney films.
Hey, that's totally fair, dude. But yeah, I'm very excited to see what they do for Inside Out 2, since I really did like the first one.
Oh yeah, and Inside Out 2 get to see new emotions, and so far the only one we saw in the trailer is anxiety.
Yeah. Which makes sense, because this one seems to be following her into her teenage phase, which brings up a lot of new awkward emotions, as a lot of us already know. So I'm very curious to see how this goes.
Yeah, of course, joy, sadness, anger, disgust, and fear are all back. But then, of course, in the trailer, we see the mine workers come in and destroy headquarters with a freaking wrecking ball, and it's demo day, baby.
Yeah.
And mess everything up. But then, just as swiftly as they come, they literally just leave everything in wrecks, and then they leave. And then anxiety shows up.
Yeah. Something tells me this is going to be an interesting adventure through teenhood with Riley. This should be very interesting, to say the least.
Yeah, when the console was orange, I nearly flipped out.
Yeah, same here, man. Same here. All I'm gonna say is that whatever this adventure is gonna be on, and from what we can see from the teaser poster too, is definitely gonna be one heck of an interesting ride for us. I will say that much.
Yeah, I know. But orange? Who made the console orange? Do I look orange? I didn't touch it. Do I look orange? I didn't touch it. Orange is not my color. Not me. Hello? Hi, I'm anxiety. Where do I put my stuff? A new emotion. Wow. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. It's just there's been so much stuff, and we really want to make a first impression. And what do you mean we? Yep. And thus we get more emotions than ever. We get anxiety, but we'll also get envy, embarrassment, and there's one more. There's like envy, embarrassment, and envy. Yep. Those are the new ones.
So yeah, this should be This should be an interesting adventure to say the least. Of course, I'm expecting, since this is based off of teenhood, that this is going to be there's going to be a lot of emotion. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people who grew up in high school and stuff are going to relate to. So I can't exactly blame them.
Right.
But yeah, I'm very excited to say the least.
No, you go first. I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay. But yeah. All right. I think that's it in terms of news clues. Now, oh, there's that sound effect again. It's time for our grab bag.
Yes, grab bag.
All right, dude. This time it's your turn to choose something random to talk about.
I have no idea.
Okay then.
Wait, no. I'm still thinking. I mean, well, there was that the Fairly Odd Parents leak.
I have a no leak rule here on the channel, dude. So we can't talk about that, unfortunately.
Shoot. Can I at least talk about the theme song? At least.
Nope. Sorry, dude.
Okay. Dang it. Okay, what can I talk about? Hold on. Well, Despicable Me 4 is coming out.
Oh, yeah. Maybe we could talk about the history of Despicable Me.
Yeah, I guess.
All right. So.
Wait. But there is also a Minions related thing I wrote on my Wattpad.
Oh, nice. Then we could talk about that afterwards. Sound good?
Yeah, sounds good. Okay, so of course, I'm a big fan of the Minions.
Very big fan of the Minions.
yes, very big fan. And plus, now I think about it, I actually have some Minion plushies over here. See? We got Mel, Tom, Jail Mel, Jail Tom, Jail Mel, Dave with his little park hopper hat, and then Bob.
Of course, everybody's favorite.
Bob's my newest one. I love Bob. He's my favorite.
That's pretty awesome, dude. But of course, the Minions are part of the Despicable Me franchise by DreamWorks, if I'm correct.
No. It's a Universal and Illumination.
Oh, thank you.
That's why you see the Minions every single time you think of Illumination.
Yes. So.
Yeah, like every time I think about Illumination, I always think about the logo, the one that's at the beginning of Secret Life Pets, when Bob just walking along and he sees the Illumination logo, it just goes, Illumination.
Yep.
That's what I think about whenever I hear the word Illumination.
Indeed.
Immediately, Minions comes to mind.
Indeed. But that wasn't always the case. There was, of course, before the Minions got their own set of films, we had
Despicable Me.
Yes.
These Despicable Me in 2010.
Jeez, 2010, man, I'm old.
I know. I was like 5 or 6 when it came out. But I mean, I was born 2003. But I mean,
yeah,
you know.
Yeah. So, Despicable Me 1. For those who don't know, this talks about of course, a villain. Yeah, but not just any villain.
A super villain named Gru. Thelonious Gru, to be exact.
Indeed. And in the first film, he had all but one goal. Well, a couple, but he had an ultimate goal.
To steal.
Yes. The moon, yeah. The moon up in...
Of course, and yes, that became a meme. And yes, there even was a TikTok that went viral when someone dressed up as Gru and everybody else, like crowd people, dressed up as the Minions.
Yep.
Everything that deep for Halloween.
Indeed.
And boy, everybody went on that train immediately. I think the funniest one was when someone's brother decided, one guy decided to dress up as Gru and his friends dressed up as the Minions, and he decided to sabotage his brother's date by making him and the Minions go out and shoot him and his girlfriend with paintball guns. That's the funniest one to me.
That's pretty awesome. But of course, his world gets turned upside down when 3 girls knock on his door.
Yep. Margot, Edith, and Agnes.
And they end up, staying at Gru's place. I don't remember exactly, but they said that Gru was was their father, apparently.
No, actually they're orphans, and it's just that they get adopted by Gru, who they think is a doctor, but no, he's not a doctor. He's a bad guy. He's Superman.
Yes, exactly. But throughout, but of course, Gru, he at first, of course, being a villain, doesn't
hate the girls, but then of course over time, while also trying to steal the moon, he also kind of grows fond of the girls.
Exactly.
And by the time it's time for them to leave, that's what you kind of feel sad for. He wants them to be a part of his family.
Exactly. So.
And at the same time, we get Jason Segel as Vector, this new up-and-coming supervillain that Gru really hates with a burning passion. So then, and then he kidnaps the girls, so thus Gru has to stop Vector and get the moon back to its rightful place and save the girls because he loves them.
Yes.
And of course, we can't forget the wacky, adorable minions who cause chaos at every single turn. And yes, they all have names.
Yes, every single one of them have names. There's a couple iconic ones though.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the first movie, of course, it was a major hit.
And so much so that in summer 2013, we got a sequel, Despicable Me 2, which my sister thinks is obviously the best one.
Indeed. Despicable Me 2 follows up on the adventures of Despicable Me 1. I don't remember exactly what happened in that movie, but could you...
Well, Gru is becoming a good guy, and the girls are starving as his birthday, and the Minions, well, of course, they're still the Minions, but now they're working on jams and jellies instead of explosives and dynamite. But then one day, while Gru's making Kyle 2 young friends his lawn, because why the heck not, Gru unexpectedly meets Lucy, while the anti-villain league, and as soon as he knows it, she wants him to come with her, and then Gru wants out the freeze ray, but that doesn't work because Lucy lets out a freaking flamethrower and a lipstick taser, and as soon as they know it, 2 of the Minions, I think Phil and Carl, I'll just say Phil and Carl, they find that their boss, as they call him, has been captured, so then they try and help get him back, and crazy stuff ensues as they ride along in Lucy's car, and as soon as they know it, Phil, Carl, Gru, and Lucy all end up at the AVL headquarters, of course, controlled by Silas Ramsbottom. Hilarious.
Ooh, boy.
And Silas recruits Gru and Lucy to work together to figure out who stole the PX-41 serum. And of course, through multiple suspects who don't have the serum at all, Gru deducts that the one who took it is, of course, El Macho, who is secretly hiding out in the mall as a salsa restaurant owner named Eduardo Perez. And of course, once he sees that face, Bruce thinks it's El Macho. No, he knows it's El Macho.
Indeed.
And Susan knows that he's right, because secretly El Macho's been kidnapping the minions. Yep, tactic by tactic. An ice cream truck, they're gone. An alien UFO, again, gone. And where is he taking all the minions to? A huge beach terrarium thing. But then what does he do with them? He puts the serum in the minions and turns them from cute, lovable, happy little yellow, happy-go-lucky, banana-loving minions to evil, destructive, purple, maniacal, evil minions who hate bananas and love destruction and love papayas. No, seriously, they really do love papayas.
Whoa. What the? Oh dear.
Yeah. And then, if things can't get any worse, Dr. Navarro decides to retire. Or at least at first we think he's just retiring. And he goes into El Macho.
Oh.
Yeah, that really ties a knot in the wound for Gru.
Oh boy. So I guess that means Gru goes on another wacky adventure to save the world.
Yep. And this time even the girls get to join in on the action, as well as the minions.
Well, what's remaining of the minions, that is. But yeah, that sounds like a crazy one. Then, of course, this is followed up by, I believe, the third film in the series.
Despicable Me 3. Where after getting married at the end of the second one, Gru and Lucy are actually a really great team at the AVL, saving the day and stopping the bad guys. But now they're facing against a new bad guy, Baltazar Brack, who's obsessed with the 80s. And who obviously is my sister's favorite character. I know, right?
I can see why. Well, what does he want to do?
He obviously loves his show, Evil Brack, so much that once he grew out of puberty and got canceled, he decided, hey, I'm still gonna live the show. So now he's all grown up and he's still living out his 80s induced dreams by actually doing the 80s, actually doing his old Evil Brack thing that he did in the show in real life as a supervillain, along with a robot sidekick named Clive.
Oh dear.
Yep. And apparently when Gru and Lucy first stop him, he's using bubblegum to put a ship up in the air. And but then he strums on a guitar, and then Gru, he is naked and he gets stuck in a bubble, and he's literally is tied up to the front of the boat with bubblegum. And then a bunch of people see him on the boat naked, and they're having a birthday party, and Gru finishes up the happy birthday song for him.
Sorry about that again, guys. No interruption. Hopefully we won't have any more for the recording, but continue what you were saying about Despicable Me 3, Dwight.
Okay. What was I?
You were talking about after the whole Gru naked birthday incident.
Yeah. So and then after that whole incident, and by the way, the minions they end up in Dave and Jerry. Yeah, they come along with them. They end up at the beach and they end up DJing, which leads into the title card.
Yes.
Come on. Can't have the title without the minions having a DJ party at a beach.
Indeed. Cool way for the title card to fade that in. But yeah, so I assume throughout this film, they're trying to stop this 80s guy.
Yep, but then the new boss, Valerie DaVinci, voiced by Jenny Slate, she fires Drew and Lucy.
What?
Yep, they're fired. And to make things worse, well, not really that worse, as the girls throw a Hawaii party. But to really make things worse, Gru has a twin brother named Drew.
Say what?
And then to make things even more worse, these minions who Gru has been with all of these years, who've worked for him, who served him, who treated him like their amazing boss. Yeah, a new minion named Mel steps into the picture and decides that it's time for the minions to go on strike, leaving them without a boss once again. And all of them leave, except for Dave and Jerry.
Damn. That's Okay, sorry again, guys. Hopefully, this is the last time we get interrupted. Anyways, you were saying, Dwight.
Alright. So what to recap. We had twin brother, the minions go on strike by Mel, and and Gru and Lucy are fired.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Not the best.
Yeah.
Then Drew decides to persuade Gru to go back to doing what he does best, villainy. And yeah. And also Brat disguises himself as Lucy and kidnaps the girls and thus and even the girls have their own little subplots.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, a lot happens in a whole hour.
Sheesh.
But, by the end, Brad's defeated, Gru and Lucy are back working at the AVL again, and, the minions, they decide to ditch Gru and work for Drew instead.
Dang.
But of course, now that Exposure 4 is coming out, looks like the minions are suddenly going back to working for Gru. I don't know. Seriously, I don't know why. And plus, Drew's not even going to be in Despicable Me 4, so can't believe they actually retconned Drew's whole thing.
Interesting.
I can't believe it.
Well, but now we're getting into, of course, I believe 2 Despicable Me films that came out as well.
Well, actually, there was a prequel. There was a little short too called Mooned. It takes place after the first Despicable Me, and we get to see. And it recently just came out with Migration.
Nice.
And which is really cool. And we see Vector finally trying to escape the moon.
Well, does he escape?
Alongside that one little minion that drunk that potion that made him fly. Yeah.
I see.
And then for some reason the minion tries to tell him that his friends are gonna be picking him Vector up, but Vector doesn't want to listen to him because he can't understand what the minion is saying. So then Meanwhile, Vector's doing all these crazy things to escape from the moon, including using a bunch of gadgets on his glasses, which we didn't even see in the first movie for some reason. The minion, his friends come in with a spaceship, and he escapes, but then Vector, I'm not spoiling it, but at one point Vector does finally escape from the moon, but then he ends up crashing into the minions' ship, and it strands them all on Mars, and they made a Martian. But the Martian takes the minions home, but then now Vector's stuck on Mars.
Yeah. Sounds...
Dude. Yeah, Vector. Looks like Vector's not going to be coming back anytime soon. I was really hoping he'd come back to Earth, but nope. Now he's on Mars. Great, just great.
Well, let's hope we get another short film that will hopefully get him back, or he's in somehow Despicable Me 4 as a subplot.
Right.
All right. Well, now we're getting into the two Minion movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what's the first Minions movie about?
Well, in Minions, we get to see the origins of the Minions, how they served many different bosses all throughout history, like Napoleon and Pharaoh and Dracula, and at one point in a scene from one of the trailers that got deleted from the final film, at one point they served a knight, and the knight was fighting another guy, and the minion gave him a sword. So then the knight held his sword up in the air, but then it dropped, and as he tried to rush to grab it, he slipped on it, and then the knight fell, but then the sword went into the air, and then the sword stabbed him.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. And it was on one of the trailers for it before it came out, and now for some reason I can't find it. Can't find that one really cool deleted scene.
Yeah,
I know, it was in one of the trailers. I forgot which one. I think it was one of the international ones, but still, it was really cool to see though.
Interesting. That is pretty interesting.
And yes, at one point he even served a pirate, but that scene got cut from the final film too. But for some reason there have been a lot of pirate minion merchandise, and a little picture in the graphic novel where we see the minions dealing with a shark that they bring in, and there's the pirate in the ship.
Jeez. Dang. Okay.
I know those two scenes would have been cool to see in the actual movie, but I'm not sure why they got cut. But I mean, I understand the night one got cut because it had him getting stabbed.
Yeah, the pilot one though, that would have been fine.
Yeah, it would have been cool.
But
the scene wasn't in the movie, and yet there still was some of the pirate minion merchandise.
Interesting. But
including a metal block that had 3 minions as the pirates, and it had a buildable shark too.
Weird. Well, it seems like these minions have definitely been through quite the rent cycle then.
Mm-hmm. But then, since Napoleon didn't like the minions of shenanigans that far in, well, that's when Kevin Stewart and Bob step up. And they decided to go find a new boss, Scarlet Overkill, all the way in VillainCon.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That...
In Orlando, of all places.
How ironic, huh?
Yeah, which also went to VillainCon Minion Blast, which is now Universal, by the way.
So, intentional reference made into an amusement park ride. Somehow I'm not surprised.
Well, I mean, VillainCon Minion Blast came out just last summer at Universal, but the Minions movie, the first Minions movie, came out back in 2015. So I have no idea if it was really intentional or not, but
yeah.
Wow, kind of almost predicted itself.
Yeah, kinda.
Finally, we have our own VillainCon. Granted, it's a ride, but hey, it's still VillainCon. It's just in real life, guys. It's just in real life.
That is pretty cool. But yeah, so I assume that means that this Scarlet person hires the minions?
Mm-hmm. Yep. She hires Kevin, Stewart, and Bob almost instantly after a stunt involving a Ruby and everyone trying to get it, but then the minions as well get it.
Wow. But of course, I assume hilariousness ensues on the minions' adventures with this new boss of theirs. Oh, right. Totally forgot about that.
Scarlet doesn't come to trust the minions anymore.
Yikes.
And she tries to kill Bob and Stewart, and Kevin bumps into a super weapon, which turns him huge. And then it's like Kevin against Scarlet. And Scarlet has a freaking bomb in her dress, and then she shoots the bomb, and then Scarlet flies them all up in the air, and Kevin explodes, and Kevin's okay.
Dang.
And then, and everyone has like a big celebration to celebrate Kevin, Stewart, and Bob, and Stewart gets like a guitar, but I mean, he gets Snow Globe at first, but then it was Kevin's idea, and then Kevin gives him a guitar. Yeah, now Stewart breaks it. He just gets a Snow Globe then. Bob gets a little crown for his teddy bear chin, and Kevin becomes knighted as Sir Kevin. And this everything's happening then. The Queen's crown is gone again, and Scarlet steals it again, because that's her whole goal in the whole movie, to get the Queen's crown. And then she gets frozen by a young Gru.
Young Gru.
Mm-hmm. And then the minions are like, hey, let's serve him instead. But then Bob gets left behind, so that he gives his little crown to Scarlet as a little goodbye present.
Huh.
Aww. Nice little goodbye from Bob. And then he joins his friends, and they all work the group.
And that's where us.
But but you think that's the end of the story, but no. There's the rise of Gru, which is arguably everyone thinks he is the best Minions film of all time.
Indeed, this is
Because it was going to be released in 2020, but it's had to delay 2022, and boy was the delay worth it.
indeed. So, the rise of Gru. Of course, this is kind of a hybrid film, I believe, because not only does it tell the shenanigans with the minions in their first days with Gru, but also about Gru himself.
Mm-hmm.
So why'd you explain?
It's in the 70s now, because the first Minions was in the 60s, if you couldn't tell. So now the second Minions, the Minions Rise of Gru, is in the 70s.
I see.
And Gru wants to join this super team of villains called the Vicious Six, but when he goes to auditions, he totally flunks it. But then he decides, screw it. He's like, oh, what the heck? And he steals a stone, which is the Zodiac Stone. It was originally called the Stone of Blue, but then they changed it to just be the Zodiac Stone. Obviously, the Stone wasn't there. But anyway, he steals that stone, and then the Vicious Six are after him.
Gee.
a new minion named Auto trades the stone for a pet rock.
Yep, that sounds like the Minions, all right.
Yep, so then Kevin Stewart and Bob go on a rescue mission and save their boss, which involves flying an airplane into San Francisco, working with the unorthodox Kung Fu teacher named Master Chow, who teach him the ways of Kung Fu, and eventually finding the Vicious Six while Gru is stuck on the top of a clock about to die. And while Knuckles is there too, and he bonds with Gru, since he has goons kidnap Gru in the middle of the night, and then Gru and Wild Knuckles form a villainy bond.
Dang.
Yeah. But then, since Gru's stuck on the clock and the Vicious Six got the stone to turn themselves into animals, looks like the minions and Wild Knuckles all work together to stop them. And that's the you, and Gru gets the stone and turns the Vicious Six into rats, and the aliens and Ellen show up because, hey, great world. Including a younger Silas Randbottom.
Dang.
And Gru rehires the minions because at first he fired them earlier in the movie, since Otto traded the stone for the rock. But everything gets all cleared up. And wait. And early in the film, he also meets Nefario too, and he gives him the sticky hand, which is his first gadget. And at the end, Gru decides to let Nefario work for him and the minions. And in return, Nefario gives him a really cool jet plane.
Dang.
And finally, since the minions have been calling Gru main boss for the whole movie up to this point, finally, the minions call Gru their big boss.
Well, that's good. Well, I guess that does it. Now, is there any more Minions movies on the way?
On the way? There's still only 4. There is going to be a Sing 3.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know, Sing 3. It makes sense, because Sing 2 is the best one, obviously. Secret of the Pets 3, maybe a Migration 2 or a Mario Bros. Movie 2 down the line.
I see. Well, that sounds like great, but you also said you had something Minions related on Wattpad, so let's talk about that next before we move on to our next segment.
Oh, right. Yes. Minions 3, The Era of Bell.
Ah, I see. So this is a theoretical sequel to Minions Device of Gru.
Yeah, but it takes place before Despicable Me 4.
Ah, gotcha. So, what happens in this Wattpad version? Wattpad based adventure.
Well, that after the events of Minions The Rise of Gru, the final film of the Minions saga brings about the end of our favorite yellow minion. Finally time for Bell Bottom to really take the spotlight. Once Drew thinks he can finally become a real villain all by himself after many years of working with them, he fires Mel, Bob, Kevin Stewart, Otto, Dave, and all of Gru's once loyal minions. Out of a job, the minions once again persist and try finding a new boss to work for. But isn't that easy when many former supervillains are now retiring, taking up reform classes, working at the AVL alongside Gru and Lucy, practicing hot yoga, serving out coffee, getting jobs, even just siding with the good guys in general, bumming the minions out more and more. Without a master, the minions feel as if no one really knew. But one day, however, I walked into a department store. The minions spot a TV ad for a story and the Miss team of villains. The Vicious Six. Oh yeah, they're back. Thinking states have long since returned from hiding after groups had stopped the Mechas in the 1970s, are now setting up shop in rural area, a now modern criminal records store. And as the law, their leader, Bell Bottom, is looking for new henchmen. So once the minions finally go into audition, they get a huge surprise. Bill has decided to make him her husband anyway. As he and the stick have started spying on the minions once Drew had abandoned. Thrilled with joy that they can finally have a purpose again, the minions quickly settle to working alongside Bell and the Vicious Six, causing classic minion mayhem and mischief just like the old days. But once a mysterious and new, yet very familiar squad of villains came to town, calling themselves the Ferocious Four, I thought the minions get brainwashed to start signing with them, unaware that the group is actually made up of supervillains from Gru's past: Scarlet Kill, Vector, El Macho, and Balthazar Brat. With only Mel, Kevin, Stewart, Bob, Otto, Dave, Mary, Mark, Phil, Tim, and Donnie left working for Bell, the Vicious Six and their minions must work together to stop the Ferocious Four from quote-unquote upgrading the minions they stole to plan the biggest villainous heist in the history of evil, to finally destroy every single superhero team in the known universe, starting with Drew and his family. This next film in Illumination's hit Minions prequel franchise is a sequel to both Minions 2: The Rise of Gru and Despicable Me 3, but is also set before Despicable Me 4, showing exactly how Mel, Otto, Kevin, Stewart, Bob, and all the minions left Drew after working with him, and how they soon rediscovered the Vicious Six and set their sights on a new boss to follow, Bell Bottom herself. With Illumination's classic brand of irreverent humor, fast-paced action, and beautiful art that made the last 3 Despicable films and the last 2 Minions prequels worldwide phenomenons, Minions: The Era of Bell promises to officially bring Kevin, Stewart, Bob, and all the Goblin Brothers' iconic story to an amazing and, dare I say, explosive end.
Dang, dude. I would totally watch that film.
Really? I think it's a good idea.
Oh, yeah, totally, man. And that's a well thought out idea.
Nice.
But, yeah. So, how's the progress on it, by the way, speaking of which?
Oh, I've already done the trailer so far and a TV spot.
Oh, interesting. Well, when I get a chance, then I will leave in the link in the description below so you guys can check out this prequel. And be sure to give him feedback, too, because I'm pretty sure he would love to hear what you guys think should happen in the movie. All right. Well, now it's finally time to talk about what we have planned for this year for the podcast. 2023 was a very good start to the podcast. Obviously, we had our debut episode and our 2 pre-planned episodes. And, of course, I was planning on a holiday episode, but obviously that, as I just said earlier, is delayed till later in the year. So, now we're moving into some of the other stuff. So let me just grab my iPad real quick. There we go. Okay.
Oh, dude, I forgot. I just made a little update to the plot.
Oh, to the one we just talked about?
Yeah.
Oh, well, what's the well, before we get started on talk about our plans, what's the update?
Well, you know how in each Minions film they introduce, or like each Despicable Me film, they introduce a new Minion?
Yeah.
Well, I decided since Minions, of course, introduced us to Kevin, Stewart, and Bob, and since Minions: The Rise of Gru introduced us to Otto, and then since Despicable Me 3 introduced us to Mel, I decided to introduce for Minions 3: The Era of Bell, I decided to introduce a new Minion of my own. I call him Hank.
Hank.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yep.
I see. Well, that's interesting, dude. I'm very very excited for that.
Oh, thanks.
No problem. All right. So let's talk about what's coming up for our podcast for the rest of the year. So obviously this is technically episode 5, but episode 4 in terms of the YouTube video. So just keep that in mind. And it's our New Year's episode, so we're talking about a whole bunch of stuff. Then number 6 is our special little teaser episode, like I mentioned. We will be finally unrevealing some, but not all, information about our little project that Dwight and I have been working on for quite some time.
Yep.
And then, in number 7, all about Nick Jr. and Juniorville, we will be talking about our history, the history of Nick Jr., our memories with it, some of the things that we remember doing with our old Nick Jr. toys and stuff. And then Dwight will also have a brand new, separate, yet related series based off of Nick Jr.
Yep.
And number 8 is the Dwight Show.
Yay!
Which means it's all about what Dwight wants to talk about.
Nice. But it kind of makes me a little bit nervous. Does that really mean I'm gonna host the show all by myself?
Oh no, I'll still be there, dude.
Huh. Okay.
But you get to control how things go for that episode.
Oh my gosh. Really?
Yep.
You shouldn't have, dude. You should have. You really shouldn't have.
hey, we gotta mix things up. And then, number 9, Blues Big City Adventure, the fan version.
Mm-hmm.
You know that Blues Big City Adventure is, if not the best kids movie film of all time from Nickelodeon. Totally not biased.
Well, I mean, of course, the SpongeBob movies are actually the best. But I mean, I forget them too, you know.
Hey, that's totally fair. But in this case, Dwight came up with his own version.
Uh-huh. And this one, Blue is a human.
Yes. There's a whole bunch of different things. It still keeps, well, basically mostly the same plot, but there are, and I do mean are, a lot of key differences. And in this episode, we will go over every single one of them. And then finally, for the end of season 1, our 10th episode ever, we will go over everything that we've talked about, and all the memories that we've made so far with the podcast. And I am very excited for that. Now, season 2, I won't go into too much detail because we still haven't revealed the project yet. But I will say that season 2 will be a rename for the series.
Oh, yep, a new name.
It will be called Pawprints, Playdates, and Pals.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll find out by next episode what we mean by that. Wink, wink.
Yep. Wink, wink. And I think it might just be called that for like the whole rest of the show.
Yes,
if you don't mind.
Yes, totally, dude. Going forward, I think that's a good idea. But while I can't talk about all the episodes, there are a couple I can mention. Episode 2, the summer episode. Summer's of course here, and we will talk about all cool things in the summer, like road trips, some awesome summer movies that will cool you off, and of course, some very favorite summer activities.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then next, we into the Shadowverse.
Yep. You're talking all things Sonic Prime.
Yes, we will be talking all about Sonic Prime, what we think of all 3 seasons, and we might even have a couple of little, I don't know, special guests drop by.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. We'll also have another Summer Blowout episode. Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I named it based on the one line from Frozen.
What do I have?
The most spoilable thing from Oaken, you know.
Ah. I gotcha. All right. Well, and like I said, and of course, we have to do this. There will also be a meme episode. Yes, you heard me. A meme episode. So come on, guys, we gotta do one of them. But yes, we will be talking about all meme-related things for that episode. So, including our favorite memes that we've seen, our favorite meme videos, our favorite memes from other movies and stuff that we've seen, and all kinds of different meme and funny related stuff. So, be sure to look forward to that one as well.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much it, because every other episode in here is related to our top secret project that we're supposed to be talking about. So, without further ado, I think that's going to be the end for today's podcast. Very short one, believe it or not, today. But,
really short? You sure it was short?
I'm sure, dude, there's not really all that much more to talk about right now.
Oh, wow, okay.
But,
wait, shall I, wait, no, wait, dude, I got an idea.
What's that?
What if I end things off this time? I mean, like, as in, like, I do like the general, like, see you next episode kind of thing, you know.
Oh,
that
yeah.
kind of thing.
Oh, yeah, totally, dude. Go right ahead.
Right. Okay, so it's the end of the episode, so to end us off, Alex, I guess since I did last episode, I think it's only fitting if you do the song this time.
Sounds good to me, Dwight.
Yes, but give it a different feel, please, like kind of like I do, because I usually like do like a different kind of like version, you know.
All right, if you say so, dude. I'll try my best. Here it goes.
Oh man.
Now it's time for so long. But we're gonna sing just one more song. Thanks for doing your part. You really, really are smart. 'Cause with me, you, and our best friend, well, Blue, you can do anything. No, really, you can do anything that you want to do.
Oh, nice.
Thank you. But before we really do end up the episode, dude, don't you want to drop at least one last tiny little hint towards our top secret project?
Oh my god, really?
Mm-hmm.
One last hint?
One last hint.
Wait, but hold on, wait. Didn't you already, Okay, what clues did I give out last time?
Okay.
Last 2 times?
Okay.
Or did I do all, or did I already do 3 of them? All 3 of them one by one?
Ah, yes, you already did all three of them. But maybe you could give him a little vocal clue. Wink, wink.
A vocal clue. Wait, vocal. Hold on. Vocal, you mean...
Yes, yes, you get what I mean.
Really? 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 I can really...
Yes, go ahead, dude.
Oh my gosh. Really? You sure?
I'm sure.
Okay. Okay, so, just a little recap so far. So we know that our first clue is that Blue is the host. And our second clue is that Jaws gives Blue his host role. Once he leaves, he also gives Blue something that he, Steve, and Joe have never had before, a real connection with the viewer. I mean, which now I think about it, it's pretty cool because, I mean, sure, Josh and Steve and Joe have treated us like their friend.
And so has Blue.
What'd you say?
And so has Blue, but...
Yeah. But, well, it's just that Blue hasn't really interacted with the viewer like that much, you know? It's always been Steve, Joe, and Josh.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess it makes sense that Blue hasn't really interacted with the viewer that much because, hey, she's a dog.
Exactly.
You know? So you always speak in marks.
Right.
Like, do your Blue impression.
My Blue impression? Oh, that Blue
Yeah.
impression. Bo-bo, bo-bo.
See, and we can't really understand that. And yet Steve, Joe, and yet Josh, and Steve, and Joe have always understood Blue's marks.
Indeed.
And yet we can't.
Indeed. Unless you really pay attention to what she's saying.
Right. I mean, I guess that's, and of course, I guess that's why Blue Fizz was invented, you know, because there's a whole language barrier, you know, because when Blue tells us what he wants to do, it always kind of comes in barks. So when we play Blue's clues, it's kind of like, you know, deciphering what Blue's trying to tell us.
Exactly.
Yeah, I just now noticed that.
Indeed.
I mean, sure, I didn't notice that because you know, the whole flashback episode, but still.
Hey, that's totally fair, dude.
And then the third clue is that Blue can talk, is a puppy turned human, and has a lovable new look.
Indeed. And
yeah,
you'll see this lovable new look on the thumbnail of the next episode.
Whoa. Hold on, we're on the thumbnail. Wait, hold on, it's on the thumbnail, right?
Yep.
Thumbnail. Yeah, yes, on the thumbnail, yes. Of course.
Indeed. But to give you a little last hint before we do that episode, give them a little vocal clue, if you would.
Wait, hold on. I'm getting to it, okay. I think I'm ready. Oh, wait. Almost, I just gotta... Okay. A vocal clue? Really? You sure?
I'm sure.
Really?
I'm sure, dude.
Okay. Here's your last clue, guys. Hi, you. I'm so excited to play. Did you guys hear it? It's blue.
Yep. Yep. That's your last little hint. So,
Yeah, I know. I can't believe I can talk to you guys. This is so cool. It sure is blue. It sure is.
So you guys will get to hear more about it more when our next episode drops.
Mm-hmm.
Which we can reveal the title of said episode. It's Who's Playdate With You? Whose?
You can obviously guess where it's... You can obviously guess where this is going.
Oh, yes. So, yeah. Well, that's all for today's episode of the podcast, guys. We will see you in episode 5.
Yep.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Blue, did you just leave a... Oh, my God. Dude, you gotta see this. Look, Blue just left a clue, but it's not a paw print. Look, Alice, look.
Huh? It's a
Look.
It's a handprint.
I know. It's so cool. Blue has never left a handprint before.
I wonder if it has anything to do with our project. Hint, hint.
Maybe. Hint.